Police say the death is not believed to be suspicious, but his mother says the circumstances feel extremely suspicious to her.
What's led me to think there's some type of foul play is midnight before my son went missing, he was able to get a message to me to say, let my mother know if something happens to me, they did it. And this was while he was still in custody.
She's hoping someone will come forward with information.
We are looking for anybody in the community, anybody that would have seen or heard anything, to please get with us, because we haven't been able to get the answers that we want, and we definitely want to bring this thing to a close.
They say not having answers makes the loss that much more painful.
And now to an update to a story we first reported on our Facebook page. One man is behind bars after police say he shot 4 people at the bar on 3rd in Ironton. The man is being charged with 3 counts of felonious assault and with tampering with evidence. Police say more charges are still pending. Police were called out to the bar around 1 this morning, and right now the victims are not cooperating. Police Chief Pam Wagner is urging anyone with information on the shooting to contact the Ironton Police Department. Of course,
I don't even want my album to drop. They out here trying to get me out of here, man. Nigga just shot me in my leg, nigga, but you already know what it is. Peso to the case closed, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. It's trap, nigga. PSG Capo, nigga. Ain't shit stopping nothing, nigga. You gonna take this like that. What they mean? Man, take me home, man.
Facebook September 9th. Trevin Frazier aka Trey Shine Trap Star was arrested in Ironton, Ohio and booked in the Lawrence Co. Ohio jail. Upon booking there was a struggle with officers that was, in the sheriff's words, on tape. He was held in jail for 4 days. Within those 4 days, family members of other inmates were reaching out to friends and family of Trevin Exprey, expressing concern over him being jumped, due to being put in a cell purposely with an inmate that was in there for shooting him at a bar a few months prior. On day 3 of Trevin's incarceration, he made a call out saying that if nobody hears from him after the call, have someone contact his mother in SC to come to the jail in Ironton, Ohio, because the cops were trying to kill him. The next day was a Sunday, and Trevin was released on an OR release to receive medical attention and was given a court date for the following wed. He was given a courtesy ride by a sheriff deputy to the local Once in Trevin walked out and made it to a local gas station where he was seen by several PPL that knew him. They said he looked rough and had blood stains on the white shirt he was wearing. Witnesses stated that 2 cop cars pulled up and surrounded him before they could get close enough to speak to him. The officers put him in the car and escorted him to an open field nearby and moved him from that CAR into a sheriff's car, where he was forced back to the local The doctors at the said his issues were too severe and that he would need a procedure, so he was again escorted, this time by an unknown transport service, across state lines to St. Mary Hospital in Huntington, WV. While he was there, a security guard sat with him and said he continued to say over and over again, "I can't stay here, these cops are trying to kill me." Trevin walked out of that after about an hour. He was picked up walking by Huntington police officers. At that point we do not know the nature of why, but a statement was made that they were just giving him a ride. They ended up on the 4800 block of Waverly Road in WV around an amusement park called Camden Park, where Trevin was seen outside of the police car being, in the words of witnesses, harassed by the officers. At this point he ran across traffic trying to flag cars down. A young lady stopped and let him in. She said he was terrified and just said, "Go, go, go. These cops are going to kill me." She said he had blood stains on his shirt as well. She asked him what was going on. She told him she wouldn't let anyone kill him. The cop car had Trevin in it, and another cop car pulled up and boxed the girl's car in. Trevin got out of the car and took off on foot. That was the last time he was seen alive. His mother was en route from SC. At this time she arrived early that next morning. We searched for Trevin from the 13th, hanging flyers, talking to locals, trying to gather any info from the Lawrence Co. Sheriff's Department and Huntington Police Department, neither of which offered to help with the search. He was found on his birthday, the morning of the 18th, by a Fisherman, who hasn't been named nor has stepped forward, dead in 12 Pole CR. Eek. Drowned, in less than 3 featuring if water just a few yards where he was seen with HPD last. They didn't open an investigation, no taping off the scene. They said his face was unrecognizable and was too badly decomposed to positively identify him at the time, but yet a family friend who was on scene with the coroner said his name was already labeled on the body bag. One of the men that helped move his body said that you could tell he had fought for his life. The police reports are blacked out. The stories from Lawrence Company and Huntington have changed several times and we want answers. We have begged the media to put this story out. The most we have gotten is a few articles. So we are asking for PPL to share this story to help us put pressure on them to release the booking video, release the taped calls, and release all of the reports. Total transparency is needed in order for his family to know what happened and to get justice for Trevin. Please help us spread the word. Facebook user reflecting this morning. So much still makes no sense. Lies and incompetence from Huntington Police Department and Lawrence Company Sheriff's Department. Abuse of an inmate in Lawrence Company Jail. Refusal to treat a patient from St. Mary's Misinformation through dispatch. The judgment from dispatch, you can literally hear it in her voice, as she passed along misinformation to officers. Corruption, lack of proper execution of training, abuse of power, inaccurate profiling. Lack of respect for human life and a patient in need, a patient that wasn't in a healthy state to be making decisions about his health on his own reconnaissance. Every part of the help network failed Trey Shine Trap Star. How do you as a chief not know anything for almost 3 days? Then all of the sudden when PPL who witnessed events come forward you magically start remembering things. Transparency was not an option. Police and community assistance to search for a missing person wasn't there. What if we had found him hours after he left St. Mary? If they would have told us the truth as soon as he was missing, we would have known where to look. They did that on purpose. Why wasn't he allowed to call someone? Why was his mother not allowed to speak to her son when she was on the phone with the deputy? He wasn't in custody. Something as simple as that could have saved his life. There's so much more that I won't speak on today, but just know we ain't dummies. They didn't know they got the wrong one. An out-of-towner who they thought nobody would come for. We came though and we are still here. Just because we lay low don't mean we aren't still on it. His family and his friends will never let this go until justice is served. Y'all can't take a son, father, friend, such a talented human being from this earth and expect not to reap what you sow. #Justice for Trevin Frazier.